Here is the 1961 Silvertone radio, and I think someone in a comment told me that it was from '61, and that does seem about right. And I think I've got the IF transformer problem fixed. That same contributor that sent me this radio was kind enough to send me an old Philco chassis, and I still need to put its oscillator coil back into the Philco that had the problem. But it seems like Philco IF cans seem to be better than most other ones. They seem to not have those mica capacitor problems as much. So I put the Philco in just to see if it would work. I first tried to repair the original one, and I'm going to save this just in case I could use it on something else. But unfortunately, the base disintegrated. This is would be one of the real difficult ones to repair. What I tried to do was to cut through this wafer, this phenolic wafer, with a Dremel tool, and I was making some progress with it, but unfortunately the plastic base shattered, so I'm not going to be able to repair this one. I may be able to use this. I may be able to rig it up somehow and put some 100 PF capacitors with it, like in a homemade radio, but I need to devise a mounting base for it. So I'm going to keep this because I think I can do a retrofit of it somehow to get a working IF transformer. But unfortunately it wasn't able to be repaired as original. So hopefully this one won't have a problem. I guess if it does, I'll just steal the other one from the Philco chassis. So let me plug it in here, and hopefully the cord will stay attached. I'm going to turn it around. Let's see if I can get it turned around here. And turn on the power switch. I need to try to find a dial lamp bulb for it. It uses a 2-pin bulb. I'll have to look in the photo facts and see what it recommends as the replacement bulb type. When I tested this a bit ago with a new IF can, it seemed to work okay.
By the walls of the city, and the sisters there were terrified. And we see this beautiful image of St. Clare so often holding up the Blessed Sacrament, and we wonder, well, why is St. Clare depicted that way, holding the Eucharist?
Seems to work good.
But she was very sick, laying in bed. And
I'll give you two. Look at South Carolina. As long as their quarterback, Jeff Garcia...
her prayer, she heard this voice, a voice.
Raise wigs and have high blood pressure and undergo surgeries. Similarly, are these modern-day preachers right when they tell their audiences, God wants you rich, He will make you rich if you give to this or pledge to that?
If other events are threatening to take time away from your worship today, Psalm 84 reminds us that just one day spent worshiping in the house of the Lord.
You know, you're right. A lot of people don't realize that that week can go anywhere on the internet too.
Exactly.
So, well, with the wireless router is that you can, well, first of all, you're going to secure it and you're going to lock it.
There's the Silvertone radio. I did manage to mount the speaker on there a little bit better. I was able to use a bolt and some washers there, and then I just sort of bent some of the tabs up on this spring clip thingy and just pushed it down on there. Someone had tried to repair it before with some masking tape, and unfortunately it looks like this speaker got torn and someone tried to patch it. I think it doesn't sound too bad, so I'll just leave it alone. And I'll just try and replace this dial lamp somehow, and that'll complete the repair job. I'll just put it back together till I can find a new bulb for it. But I'd really like to thank this contributor for giving me this radio and also that spare Philco chassis, because I really needed it to complete this repair job. Remember that the original problem with this was due to capacitor replacement and just the way that the new caps went in. The ground circuit wasn't being completed from the power line, or the neutral circuit wasn't being completed from the power line to the rest of the circuitry, because originally that ground connection was made through the capacitor can itself.